On a scale of 1 to 10, okay, on your normal week, how high does your motivation and focus stay with your business? Okay, so 10 is I am on, I am scheduled, I am always excited, I am revving to go, I'm going to talk to everybody. 1 is holy cow, I'm scared to death, I'm so busy, I don't ever talk to anybody, I just cannot get it together. Okay, so somewhere in between, you're probably somewhere in between there. You probably talk to some people, you probably have some days you're really focused, and you probably have some days where you're like, dude, I am off my groove. So let's see where everybody's motivation is and your focus. We've got all sorts of numbers from 6 to 3 to 7 to 4. All right, so nobody's got this down. I don't see any 10s yet. So that's probably part of why you're here, right? Okay, 5s and 6s, 3s. Sporadically a 10, awesome. I like someone with a 10. Okay, cool. So we all know that focus and motivation is really, really important, right? To keep everything going with your business. And it is so much fun what you can do when you keep really strong focus and motivation. So would it be okay if I tell you a little story about how I kept my motivation up and something I learned? So gals, we still have some background noise. You've got to mute yourself on your side or I'll have to mute everybody. Yeah, I got a phone here, 626. Anybody else? Be sure, and if you can't find the mute button, say, hey, Michelle, where is the mute button? Okay. We still have too much noise. I'll just take care of this. Mute all. Okay, I'll unmute it for questions in a little bit.
I understand. We won sectionals. I completely demonstrated the validity of this program. Now you're saying with the place of regional?
Hello. All right. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story about myself and how I stayed really focused and some really cool things that I learned. So I've been with 3 different direct sales companies. Everybody asked me what I sold. I was a scrapper in North Dakota. Okay, I sold a lot of scrapbook supplies, help people preserve their memories. This is even before digital scrapbooking was the thing. So that'll kind of tell you how old I am. I've also done clothing. I had a family member start a clothing company, and I helped her with her direct sales business. And then I was recruited by a jewelry company to work for them. So I've done a little of everything. My mom was a beautician, and so I grew up, quite frankly, very vain. I was told I was her walking billboard, so I can sell anything, hair, makeup, you know, accessories, those kind of things, because that's what I grew up doing. So lots of different things I can sell. I started when I lived in North Dakota, I really wanted to grow a business. And North Dakota, has anybody lived in North Dakota, live there now? It is like in the middle of, there's just like nothing there. Okay, ladies, there's just like nothing. But the cool thing about it is because there's so few people there, it's really hard to have a storefront and make a business work. So having a direct sales business was a much smarter way to go for a business because you just couldn't keep a business going with that few people. So I drove 100 miles one direction for almost all my parties. There was no Facebook at the time, and I traveled a heap load. Luckily, gas was only 99 cents a gallon then, but it still was a little crazy. I did a heap load of traveling, but I really, really, really wanted to grow a business. As much as I love scrapbooking, I really loved having a business even more. So after being with the company about a year, year and a half, I had earned one of their top titles. I'd earned a trip, and I really wanted to take my business to the next level. Like, it was a really high priority of mine. And I had heard one gal speak at a leadership conference, and I really liked what she had to say. She talked a lot about these things called needs-based selling. And if any of you are in any of my groups where I teach you how to ask questions, you'll kind of know some about that in some of the other classes I've taught. But one of the other things she was really big about was on goal setting. And the very first thing she made us do, we only had 6 months with her. Once a month, we got 1 hour call with her. That was it. That was all the coaching we got. For the very first month, we had this call, and she told us to write down our goals. And I remember like rolling my eyes, you know, in the back of my head, and kind of, I have this little joke that, I had done big things. I had done some good things. I wasn't making quite as much money as I wanted to, but I got where I'd wanted without writing everything down. Was it really that big a deal? Well, I was on day like 28 of the 30 until the next meeting. And I thought, well, I'm paying her a lot of money, so I guess the least I could do is like do this activity, because it's stupid not to, since, I'm paying her. So I put down my goals, and one of my goals, now, who has this, was to grow my second and my third leg. Anyone trying to go deep in addition to wide? Okay, so like wave at me if you're trying to go wide and deep. So one of the things was, I thought, okay, but if I set this goal, like, is it like I can take away someone's free agency? Like, how in the heck am I going to put a gun to somebody's head and make them recruit? I thought, this is crazy. I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever. And I just didn't want to do it. And I thought it was nuts. But I thought, okay, I'm paying her, so I guess I'll do it. So I put down how big I wanted my second leg and how big I wanted my third leg, in addition to some other goals. And I slapped it on my bathroom mirror. Now, at the time, I had 2 tiny little kids. So I did all this stuff at like wee hours of the night when they were asleep. Put my goals on my wall, on my bathroom mirror, went to bed. And so this was late at night. Woke up the next morning, first thing I did was check my email, because quite frankly, we didn't have Facebook, so that was your connection to the world, especially North Dakota, was my email. So I checked my email, and there is an email from a gal, and she says, "Hi, my mom works with you. She's on your first leg, and I really want to sign up, but she's just doing it as a hobby, and I really want to make this a business. Can you help me if I sign up under my mom?" Okay, less than 8 hours later, somebody emails and says she wants to be in my second leg. 8 hours, people. It wasn't even that long, because there's no way I slept 8 hours. Okay, so this was exciting. This was so exciting. I was like, "Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. I wonder what happens if I keep doing this." So I thought, well, that's really neat. Okay, and learned that there's like this whole law of attraction. And when you ask for what you want, you get it faster than just kind of thinking about it and, oh, it'd be cool, and not quite dare saying it out loud. But when you finally put it out there, you should see how much faster it comes. Okay? So today we're talking about blowing up your business in 2016. The very first thing you must do, and I am dead serious, and my little friend Jen, I thought I saw, where's Jen? Was Jen on here? Anyone who's taken my classes will know the first thing you have to do with me is set your goals. Absolutely first thing. Because no matter how good the ideas are that I teach you, if you've got the universe or God or whatever you want to call it on your side helping you, it's going to go a heck of a lot better. It goes a lot faster. It comes to quicker, and tons of really cool little miracles happen all the time when you do this process. It is exciting, ladies. Okay? Who would love to wake up the next morning and have an order and somebody saying, "Hey, I want to sign up with you." Okay? That's the kind of stuff that happens when you put that energy out there. Now, I'll tell you, quite frankly, I'm going to tell you half of the secret today. Half of the secret is just saying what you want. Okay? Finally saying what you want. The other half is learning really good skills. And you put the two together and things blow up. Okay? So we only have time for half of it. You can go to my website and you can see how I ask questions. There's free classes on there you can go download. Okay? We'll watch the YouTube videos. So we are going to talk about all about your focus and your motivation, because it is the new year. I love new things. I love new beginnings. I love change. I think it's fun. I love new beginnings. Okay? Like, I love this. I know some of you who hates change. They're like, ugh, I hate moving. I hate change. Who hates change? Anyone hate change? Who loves variety? Who loves the new year? Who's so excited? Yeah, all right. I love the two gals after my own heart. Some people really hate change, okay? So this is a way exciting time. You may have had a really big November, or maybe you had a disappointing November. Maybe you kept December going, maybe December died. It doesn't matter, okay? What matters is what you ask for now. What matters is what you decide to do now, what you decide to tell the universe and God. So I have this little quote I tell people all the time, that goal setting is simply another way to pray always. So if you're a God-fearing person, if you pray, if you read your Bible, if you believe in those kind of things, I truly believe that when you're setting your goals, all it is writing your prayer and putting it up and remembering to think about it more. When he said pray always, did he say sit on your knees all day and try to talk to me and like you just sit on your knees and pray all day? That's not what he meant, right? We all know that. You're all doing something else other than being on your knees right now. So a great way to keep that prayer in your heart is to write your goals and put them somewhere that it reminds you of what you want. And you should see how you start finding the resources you need, you start meeting the right people, crazy cool miracles happen. It is just a hoot, all right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you about two different types of goals. And the really funny thing is, I want you to really think about which one of these you prefer to set. Because almost everybody fits into one category or the other. They really prefer one set or the other. And when you learn how to do both kinds, you will have magic happen. So the first kind of goals, I call them E-goals. The first one is called end result, okay? End result is that title, that going purple, that going black, that going gold, that going whatever that leadership is title. It's getting X amount in sales. It's earning the company trip, the car bonuses, okay? Those are your end result goals. How much you want in sales, in team sales, how many recruits you want on your team. Those are your end result goals. Now, how many of you are between an 8 and a 10 comfortable with setting end result goals? Like you can write down how much in sales you want, what color, what level you want to be with your company. Who's comfortable between an 8 and a 10 with setting end result? Okay. Who's lower than an 8? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's like, oh, setting end results goals, that's kind of scary. Okay. So for a lot of people, that fear of failure will keep us, and even sometimes fear of success. If you've ever watched Oprah and heard about, sometimes people aren't nice when you have success. I have stupid people that aren't nice to me because I have some success, okay? Everybody has that happen, so some people let that slow them down, others don't, okay? So there's both kinds of fears that can pop up. Now, the other type of goal is called an effort goal, okay? And it's really funny when I talk to people, I'll go, what's your goals for the week? And some people will tell me this is what I want in the end, and other will start with these. Effort goals are, I post this many times a day on Facebook. I do this much follow-up. I make this many calls. I book this many parties. That's kind of a in-between effort and end result. But it's the things you have to do to make it happen, okay? Those are effort goals. Now, can you see that when you have an end result goal, I want to be this level, which means I have to have, let's say, 20 recruits on my team, and right now you have 10, and you think, okay, I could recruit 5 more, my team could recruit 5, and you have to stop and think, what have I got to do to get those 10 new people on my team this month? So you would have to have probably 20 to 30, or if you're recruiting 5 personally, probably about 15 sit-downs or on Facebook conversations with people about business, okay? And when you can check off, okay, I've had 15 to 20 conversations with people about the business opportunity, you're probably going to end up with 5 personal recruits. Can you see the effort and the end result? 15 conversations will equal 5 recruits. Does that make sense? Okay, so I want to ask, how many of you are really good at breaking down your end result goal and doing effort goals in addition to end result. Okay, so it's funny. The gal that was scared of end results, like, I like effort. Okay, that happens all the time, Miss Karen, okay? Very normal that people usually lean towards one side or the other. But can you see when you match those two together, what will happen? Okay, set the end result and then work backwards as to what you've got to do during your month to make that happen. How many of you know exactly how much money you want to make in January? Not how much in sales you want to do. I mean, how much money you're going to put in your pocket and pay a bill or take your family on a fun excursion. How much? So I've got Jamie William Bearshot. You can even lie if you want. Okay. Tell me a number, how much you want to make in January, like income in your pocket.
$2,000.
$2,000. Okay, so I'm guessing that probably means you want to do somewhere between $5,000-6,000 in sales, and you have some team sales coming in.
Yes.
Okay, am I ish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Till I play this game a little bit. Okay. Which company are you with, Jamie?
Unique.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know your numbers really well then. All right. So the fun thing is, so when you're thinking about $5,000-6,000 in sales, she knows she needs to do about $1,250 in sales a week.
Yes.
You do $1,250 in sales a week. Are you doing one-on-ones, follow-ups, parties, all the above?
All of the above.
All the above. Okay.
Yeah.
How much of that $1,200 a week in sales do you like to get from parties?
Probably about half of that.
Half of it, so 600.
Yeah.
So you're going to do 2 to 3 parties.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
So can you see how right now Jamie knows she needs to have 8 to 10, about 10 parties booked in January? She could right now get on Messenger, get on text, get on the phone, whatever your way of communication is. Y'all have a different way. Okay? Get it done, get the parties booked, and she knows she's halfway there. Can you see how you can quit panicking if you do the math backwards? And I know a lot of you don't do that. I don't know why it's not taught very well. Okay? So Jamie, half of that means it's going to come from some repeat business or one-on-ones on Facebook. How many times a week do you day do you post on Facebook just to get interaction?
I post every day about 3 to 5 times a day in my VIP group.
3 to 5 times a day in your VIP group.
Yep.
And how many people, what is your system for reaching out to people after they've placed an order?
After they place an order, I immediately email them a thank you. And then I wait probably about a couple days and let them know that their order's been shipped. And then once I see that they got their order, I follow up with them again and ask them how much they love their product.
Okay. Do you have like a 30 or 60 or 90-day process yet?
I'm trying, but I haven't really, I don't have it concrete yet.
Okay. So
I have a good system.
So I'm just using you as an example.
Yeah.
I'm not picking on you, right? You know I love you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Jamie sees that, okay, how many months you been doing Unique?
A year.
And what color are you?
I just turned blue in November.
Okay, I assumed you're blue. All right, so one of the things that she's working on then, she could go, all right, I've got it sounds like she kind of has a system for parties. The thing she can up her game in January is that follow-up. Follow up with customers. Where you've got people a year, you've got a lot of follow-up you can do. That's a
Yes.
lot of sales hanging out there, okay? So you can make a system. You can make a game plan. You can go to bed and know that your day was done because you did this, this, and this that day, have an educated guess what it's going to take to get to the end of the month. Who would like to go to bed knowing that they were done working that day? Okay. That's one of the hardest parts about this business is it's like the list is forever long, what you could do, right? You could work 24/7 and still find something else to do. Whereas you go work for someone else and you know when the 8 to 5 job done is over. Okay. So there's pros and cons to it. So that's what's so fun. When you learn to set an end result goal and effort goals and you put these together, you can stay really focused and you can be excited because you know that it's likely to happen. Okay? And most of the time, do you know what most of you need when you get in a funk? It's just hope. Do you realize it's not some great technique? Okay, I have good techniques for sales. I have really good techniques for sales. But Beth, can I pick on you for 2 seconds? So Beth, the other day, she had a funk moment in November, and it's also been sick. She's had, oh my gosh, she's had piled on funk moments. But
Yeah, we didn't know I was sick all through November.
no,
It was my gallbladder.
but what happened when you kind of like started doing some reading and some mindset shifting? You didn't learn a new technique. What did you learn?
I basically had to reset my mind that I knew that I could do it. I know I can do it all. Sorry, my chihuahua is going crazy. I know I can do it, but I hate to say it, personal development's a big thing to me. And when I fall out of that, I get out of I just start to lose faith in myself. And like having you as my mentor coach has made a huge difference, because when I start feeling down, you kick me in the butt and tell me,
I usually give you a big hug more than a kick, but
stop putting yourself down. You need to start, focusing on the right things, not the wrong. And negative focus is really, really bad. That I try and promote that in my team. Like, any negativity in your life, just it gets in those cracks and just it busts you open. And that's what happened to me in November. I came extremely close to a promotion, and I didn't know I was sick at the tail end, and I finally just gave up. And that's not like me to give up. And I was really disappointed in myself.
But the interesting thing is, if you would all understand, when you get in a funk, it's usually your hope that is killing you. It's not business techniques, okay? And this is the thing that, I have a major goal. So I don't know how many of you have big teams, how many of you are leaders versus how many of you are just starting to grow your business. But one of my huge goals is that leaders learn to understand when you call and you're frustrated and you're saying, I can't book parties, and I can't find anybody to sell to, and that kind of stuff, 99% of the time you're just saying you're scared and you're sick of it not going as well as you want. You're not actually saying you don't know how to do it. And so I'm trying to train leaders to understand that instead of trying to teach someone how to book a party and sell more mascara, books, Jamberry, whatever it is, that actually they just need some hope and they need to regroup and get their focus and their mind back in the right place. It's not usually techniques, okay? Now, there are techniques. The way I teach you how to sell, you get higher sales per person, and if you have 10 people, you'll sell to more people than you would just throwing information out there. So that always helps people with hope. So you put the two together, it's really cool. But people always need hope, and they need to know why they're working, okay? They need to know exactly what they're fighting for, what it is they want in their business. And for some people, you got to understand something. Not everybody has the same why. I bet if I asked every single one of you, you'd have a little bit different why. Some of you are earning money for your daughter's dance. Some of you are trying to pay off a credit card. Some of you are trying to replace your income and be a stay-at-home mom. Some of you just, by darn it, I'm going black. I don't need the money. I just want to go black because I want to say I did it. I want to say I did something hard. Some of you love the mission of your company. Right? Are you kind of in your head going, yeah, we're not all the same. And when you try to talk about your goals instead of asking the person you're trying to help about theirs, you will lose them because you're not talking their language. You have to learn to ask them what they want out of this. So Jamie, again, you can lie to me, okay? But why do you want to did you tell me you want to put $2,000 in your pocket in January?
Yes.
Okay. I don't care if you tell me the truth or not, but what's something that you want to do with that $2,000?
Yeah, so it's going to go towards paying off some of my credit card debt.
Nice. How will that, now
Yes.
I want to ask, listen to this question carefully. Jamie, how will that feel to have $2,000 in debt paid off?
Amazing.
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 What will it be to sleep? What will it be like to do things with your kids? How will it feel?
It'll feel amazing. Just the fact that not having to worry about giving creditors my monthly hard-earned income that I have right now, and to not create any new debt on top of it. So I'm
Awesome.
definitely focused on clearing my debt out before the summer of this year. So
Nice goal. Awesome. So who can relate to that? Who can relate to that sense of wanting that freedom, that feeling like you're working really smart, you're doing things that are best for your family, okay? So do you realize half the time it's a feeling that you're looking for? You're wanting that, yeah, baby, that's what it's going to feel like, okay? So I want to tell you a couple really fun goal-setting activities you can do, because you've got to keep that why right in front of you. It's really, really important, okay? So let me tell you a little secret. Here's another little secret that most people don't know. When you get your new recruit and you're training them and you're trying to get them motivated, hey, what level do you want to go? How much do you want to make? How much do you want to sell? What level do you want to hit? And you're hoping that they want to shoot for the top and you're so excited and let's go big, okay? I'm telling you right now, 90% of them are going, I just don't even know if I'm going to be able to sell a tube of mascara. I just would be really happy if I paid for my kit. Okay? I can tell you that that's what's really actually saying in the back of their head. They might say they want a level, or they might say I'd like $500, but 90% of them are going, am I even going to be able to sell one stone? I think they're cool, but I don't know if anybody else will think they're cool. Like, you don't understand the little voices that are going on in their head. They're terrified. You all remember that. Do you all remember that the first time you thought, nobody's going to buy these wraps. I think they're cute, but I don't know if anybody else is going to like them, right? You all thought that, correct? Okay. You got to understand that's what they're thinking too. So when you're trying to get them to want some really big level, it's not going to happen. Okay. What the best thing you can do is help them set do a bucket list. Just a silly old bucket list of anything they want to do one day in their life. And when I get people to do bucket lists, you should see what happens. The important thing to understand is their fear of being rejected, their fear of no's, their fear of failing, it doesn't necessarily go down. You just have to get the excitement higher than the fear. And then they work harder and smarter. It's the same thing for you. Okay? And that's exactly what Beth is kind of saying. She's like, my fear got higher than my excitement. All right? And we had to get the excitement and the hope back up. So when you're focused on just fun things you want to do one day in your life, there's this energy, and what you want starts to come to you faster. Okay? I promise you, when you are focused on what you're afraid won't happen, I'm afraid nobody will buy, I'm afraid nobody will sign up, you get what you focus on, and what you're focusing on is nobody will buy and nobody will sign up. Now you're watching leaders, you know they're every single product you carry, somebody's selling it, right? There's someone having success with it, but you're worried it will be you that won't have the success. And you have to start saying, if they have success, of course I can. Why shouldn't I? Of course I can have success. I'm going to go to Australia, or I'm going to buy my favorite shoes, or I'm going to take my daughter to Disneyland. I don't know what's on your bucket list. I know you all have totally different things, okay? And the person that you will sit down and help, that new recruit, they will have totally different things. You'll be so surprised, okay? So some fun things to put on a bucket list are places you want to go. I can't believe how many people will put down travel. Often I see a lot of travel. Experiences you want to have, people you want to meet. And it's funny because not everybody will put down like their dream car or their dream house. A lot of times it's not things that get put on the list. Sometimes it is. It just depends on the person. But a lot of times it's experiences, it's freedom, it's some sort of service they want to do, okay? There's so many fun things to put on that bucket list. And if you can get someone to start with 10, then go to 20, then go to 50, you should see their excitement. it doesn't all come to them at once, but you should see how many will come over their lifetime when they will just get it written down. The other cool thing that happens all the time, just this one gal, like I do some coaching for an audiologist clinic, and this one gal, she just put down she wanted to go ice skating with her son. She'd never been ice skating with her son, and within like 10 days, they went ice skating. You know, I mean, just like, there are little things. They don't have to be these huge things that cost $1 million. But you should see how the opportunities will start coming when you just put it down, and it starts this ray of hope. And when they see something little that's not really that important, like, I don't know, somebody who here wants to go to Australia. I don't know. You want to go to Australia with me? Okay. Yet, are you like, I will just feel like a failure on my deathbed if I don't go to Australia? No, like, right? It's not like important, but it's something cool. And when you get that little thing that's cool, but it's not necessarily important, what happens is you realize the things that are most important to you, you can put those down and you're going to get them. So let me tell you a quick story. I have a cousin who's just 6 months younger than me, and she had a really rough first marriage. Abusive guy, and they had 5 kids. He was horrible to her, okay? She got divorced from him, and she got remarried to this new gentleman, really nice guy. She was going to school, and I'd written this book on goal setting, and I emailed it to her, and I said, would you look over this book for me? She's like, yeah, totally, I'd love to. And I'm like, awesome. I said, would you try this thing? Will you try doing a bucket list? And she went, she goes, no, you don't understand. I've had it beat out of me. I'm not allowed to ask for what I want. She'd grown up very, very poor, and then had this abusive husband. She's like, I've never been allowed to say what I want. I said, okay, change your mind, let me know. So it was going to be 7 days, 7 days before I was going to see her. I was going down to her hometown and speaking. And so I got down there, and I saw her, and I had spoke, and I was talking to some people, and she was kind of standing off the side, and she just kind of kept looking at me, and she just kind of had this little excitement in her eyes, and I'm like, what's going on? So I go over to her, and I'm like, Jody, how's it going? What's going on? She goes, well, I have to tell you what I did. And I said, okay, what'd you do? She says, I made a bucket list. I said, you made a bucket list? She goes, yeah, I made a bucket list. I said, that's so cool. I said, what did you put on it? She goes, well, you know how I do photography? I said, yeah. She goes, you know how I like never charge anybody anything? I said, yes. She goes, okay, I put down that I want to actually get paid for my photography. And I'm like, that is so awesome. I'm so excited for you. I said, what else did you put on it? She goes, okay, I want to go to Florida. Because, and you know, we don't have any money to go to Florida. There's no way I'm going to go to Florida. But I put down I want to go to Florida. I said, that's so cool. Like, I can't wait for these things to happen for you. She goes, no, you don't understand. I said, what do you mean? She goes, no, I got to tell you what happened. Okay, how many days had it been? 7 days. That's it. Okay. So her husband goes to work, and there's a gentleman there, and Jody had taken pictures of him and his family, and he comes and he gives this money to her husband, Brandon, and says, will you give this money to Jody and tell her we wanted to thank her for taking our pictures? She got paid for her photography and hadn't even taken one picture yet. Is that cool? Okay. And then she says, okay, so yeah, that was really cool. And then, so my new husband, Brandon, he had some family in town, and they're from Florida, and I got shown them my pictures that I take, and they're going to pay for us to come to Florida. This isn't 7 days, a girl who will not ask for what she wants. She wasn't doing a business like you gals. She wasn't taught personal development. It was just a mom who had been beaten, who had been abused, who was trying to go back to school, was trying to put her life back together, and she made a bucket list and saw 2 miracles happen in 7 days. What would that do for your hope and your team's hope if they started seeing that and then started writing down what they really wanted to have happen in their business? Who is excited? Who sees what can happen if you just simply ask for what you want? Okay? This is incredibly important, ladies. I am not kidding. I have really good sales skills. But if you will do this in addition to sales skills, you will go to places you never believed you would go. And I could tell you story after story after story about just the silly bucket list activity. Cool things just with my kids, okay? Let alone sales. This works, and it's so much fun. Please do it for yourself, and please get everyone on your team, and especially the newbies, to do this, because really, really awesome things happen, and it keeps the excitement higher than the fear. The fear does not go away, people. I still get nervous to talk to people, okay? And I get paid to do this. I have to keep my excitement higher than my fear. Fear does not just instantly go away. You're not abnormal for being fearful. Did anybody tell you that? You are normal. Being scared is normal. Nobody wants to be rejected. But sometimes it's worth doing the things that are hard when you know what you're fighting for and what you want, okay? All right, so we have that one, do a bucket list. The next one is Post-it notes. So how many of you know about my little Post-it note magic, okay? If you saw my desk, you would laugh. There are Post-it notes. Look, I have winter ones. I have my own Post-it notes. Like literally, I've had my own Post-it notes printed that have my company name on it. I Post-it notes all over, okay? Post-it notes are your little magic papers, okay? When you write, what are the 2 E goals? End result and effort goals. And you put these little babies all over your house, all over your car, all over your office, everywhere you spend time, okay? That's when you start seeing magic happen. Now, I have people all the time, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have the money for this bill, or I don't have the money to sign up with you, Michelle, or I don't have the money. And I go, could you write this down? And they go, okay, I have the money for blah, 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 whatever it is, XYZ. Now, I will have the money, just I have, present tense, I have blank, or I am doing. Yep, look, Beth and her Post-it notes, okay? It works. It is amazing what happens. And I see people get orders from places they never thought. They start finding recruits they never knew were watching them and kind of stalking them on Facebook. Amazing things happen, okay? Now, you want to change these things out often. Because have you ever done a dream board or anything like that, and after about 30 days, you walk by it and you like quit looking at it and you don't even notice it's there, okay? This is really important to change out either monthly or weekly, but absolutely no less than 30 days, okay? And it's so fun to go buy new colors. Who doesn't want new colors, okay? Look, who's with Unique? I have black ones you put silver on. How cool are black Post-it notes? You can get them on Amazon, okay? Like seriously, this is so much fun. So you do these little Post-it notes all over. Seriously, my most fun place, who's a soccer mom? I don't care what sport it is, you're still a soccer mom. I'm a triathlon mom, and I'm a swim mom. I'm not really a soccer mom, but I like drive kids around, okay? The best place is right next to the speedometer in your car, because I don't know about you, because I'm always speeding. So I look at my goals all the time right there by my speedometer. It is the best place to put these little buggers, okay? Write down what you want to have happen in your business. Even something, I had a friend, she was so cute. I was helping her with her business, but she also was trying to be a good mom. She put inside her kitchen cupboard where she had to get out a cup to get her kids to drink water, I am a patient mom. I am a patient mom. And she read that every time she had to open that cupboard. She goes, I calmed down. I quit getting, my temper like simmered down a little just because I kept reading every time. I'm a patient mom over and over again all day long. There's nothing this doesn't work for, okay? You can apply this in any area of your life. Okay, so who has some ideas? Who is like crazy excited about what can happen by just writing down what you want? Anybody more excited, more hopeful? Woo! Put down below. Okay, if you started out at a 2, 3, 4, 5 at the beginning, what number are you now? How excited are you right now? Okay, from 1 to 10. All right, 9, 10, 6, 100, 15. I like it. Okay, so let me tell you about 2 more things. Then I'm going to tell you what I can do. you all have had this happen because it happens to me, and Beth can tell you it happened to her the other day. One of the hardest things when you're trying to do a business is there'll be that little stinking thinking thought that starts going in your head. Okay, even something as silly as working with someone the other day, I was laughing. She goes, I keep being late for work. And I said, do you wake up and go, oh no, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late? I said, could you write down 10 times for me, I'm on time, I'm on time, I'm on time? How does that even feel when you just hear me saying that versus I'm going to be late, I'm going to be late, I'm on time, I'm on time? Can you just feel the difference in the energy? When the little stinking thinking comes sneaking in your head, you're not going to book parties, you're not going to get sales, whatever that horrible little voice tries to say to you, an awesome, awesome thing to do is to sit down and just write affirmations. You can write them about what you want to do. I've even had people write, I have this really cool activity when you're trying to build a really big team. I have an amazing team that works really hard, that works really smart, that are excited, that are motivated, that work well together, and you write down what you want to have happen. I had the sweetest gal. She was so cute. She was trying to go for this really big promotion in November, and she was so overwhelmed, and she was crying. Okay, she was in tears. And I said, okay, let's write down this affirmation. And I told her to write it 10 times, but she wrote it. It was so funny. She took 2 pieces of paper and they were covered front and back. She goes, I kept writing it till I finally quit crying. It was all tear stained and she just was crying. She's like, and I kept writing and it worked. And all of a sudden, like literally when you do this within hours, you'll start seeing this shift. The right people start coming, your team start, whatever it is you're writing down. I don't know. Like everybody has a different affirmation. Okay. But when you start to spin, and you're trying to, y'all have done this, right? Be creatively busy. Not quite ready to talk to anybody, so I think I'll organize my desk, or I think I'll make a new little selfie, or I don't know. Like, you all like get creatively busy instead of talking to people and doing sales, okay? And usually like your thoughts are spinning and you're just like getting all frustrated, okay? Stop. Go write your affirmation. Get back to the things that actually make you money, and you'll see the energy start to shift, okay? All these things, and it'll sneak up on you, okay? It'll totally sneak up on you. You'll just stinking think in, it'll start to kick in, and you'll be like, where'd that come from? I was doing so well. Just sit down, take a deep breath, write your affirmations, and get right back to work. And it works, okay? It really, really works. Now, how many of you have even stopped and thought in this little 45 minutes, how many of you started to up your goals from what they were when you first got on this call? Is anybody dreaming any bigger than they were 45 minutes ago? That is awesome. So Jamie, do you have a bigger number for January than 2,000 now?
I don't have a bigger number. I just have a bigger goal. I want to hit green.
Nice.
I want to hit green in my business by the end of January.
Green is a very good place to be. Okay, so I want to hear 5 quick aha moments. Okay, so somebody wave at me or unmute yourself. What is your aha moment or your goal, or what are you excited about? Okay, somebody tell me, what is your aha moment that you learned today?
I have one.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Mine is just the bucket list. I've been trying to figure out how to get my girls motivated and haven't been figuring that out. And that is it right there.
There you go. Awesome. How many girls do you have, Sarah?
I have in my entire downline 133 and about 50 on my actual team, maybe 60, and about 10 or 15 who are actually working.
Yeah.
So I need to like get them back into that.
Yeah, totally. And what do you sell, hun?
I'm Jamberry.
Jamberry. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, the bucket list is a really fun activity. Really, really fun.
Yeah, I love it. I think we'll do it tonight. So.
Awesome. Awesome. Very cool. Okay, another aha moment.
Mine was excitement being higher than fear.
Awesome. Who's talking? Trying to find you.
Ashley?
Ashley, go for it. So
Hi,
tell me
this is-
about excitement being higher than fear.
I can tell more happens when I'm really, really excited. When I am scared, I stop and pause or I overthink. But when I'm excited, I just charge forward. So that's the one that I wrote down.
Awesome. Okay, Beth, what was your aha moment?
My big thing, and I mean, I've been working with you for a while, so for me to have another aha moment, I love that I listened to this webinar. Finding the goal and the difference between the end goal and the effort goal. That was huge because that's my biggest problem is the effort goal. I really have to concentrate on my effort goals.
Awesome.
So, yes.
Very cool. Okay, 2 more. Who else has aha moments? Usually we get going and nobody wants to stop. All right, go ahead. Is it Brianne?
Yeah, Brianna.
Brianne. Hi.
Hi. I'm the same as Beth actually. The effort thing is a big thing for me. I usually just look at the end result goal and that's like my drive to get there. But I think I need to focus a lot more on the effort goals to get to the end result. So that was my aha moment too.
Fabulous. The other thing that's fun about effort goals is when you had a day you worked really smart, but for some reason there just wasn't any sales that day. And then sometimes you have days you don't work smart and you do get sales. It just kind of all balances out. But when you can go, I posted or I made phone calls or I reached out to this many people, you can still give yourself a pat on the back. It's kind of like I walked 10 miles this week. I didn't lose any weight, but at least, you know, I feel really good about myself. I got out and exercised. It's kind of like that. And so effort goals are really important to keep yourself up when there's some end result that isn't happening. Okay. And it will start happening again. And that's the thing. Just keep going, but it gets a little freaky and you can give yourself some credit for that. All right. Another aha moment. Thank you, Brianne.
You're welcome.
Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Hi,
go
it's
ahead,
Vanessa. Hi. I wanted to say that, okay, for me, I never really tried doing a bucket list, let alone focus on my effort goals. And I really want to do that. Like, I know that for my businesses and stuff to really grow, I can't make excuses. And I can't be afraid to just focus on those things. So I'm hoping that for January that I can have a really good fresh start and just go from there.
Awesome. I love it. What company are you with, Vanessa?
I'm with Lemongrass Spa and I'm with Jamberry. I've been with Lemongrass for 2 years.
Cool.
I had a team, but they dropped and they lost all motivation. So I have to start over. And I'm kind of new to Jamberry, and I don't have anybody yet. But, you know, I had said earlier that my sponsor from Jamberry, she quit. So, you know, I mean, it just kind of left hanging. But, I mean,
wow.
I'm not too down about it. I know I could do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Very cool. Okay, what other aha moments?
Hey, Michelle, it's Jessica Black.
Hi, Jessica.
I just wanted to say that, how are you? A great webinar. Thanks so much for doing this. I just wanted to say that if anybody is not writing positive affirmations down, you got to get on that, because the other day when I was having the most terrible day ever and I messaged you and you were like, okay, go write this down and come back, I sold $400 in product in an hour after doing that. And I know it just sounds so crazy, but it really does work. I have like a really spontaneous, high energy personality. And so sometimes I get myself on track with all like my squirrel thoughts and like, oh, look, a bird. Ah, like I get really off track. So it grounds me to do that and it makes me focused, and it just really, really does work. So if you're not doing this, please just give it a try, because it will change your business. And, you know, excitement is contagious. So once you see all that money coming in and those sales, you're going to want to keep doing it.
And do I teach you a few good ways to sell when you do get the contacts?
Yes. I literally don't even know. You were just talking about all the people who, like, I was that person. I felt like you were talking to me. You know, the person who was like, oh, well, I'll do it next month. Okay, Michelle, I'll sign up when we get paid on the 8th. Like, I don't know why I waited so long to sign up. So if you're not signed up with Michelle and you are like on the fence, just like treat yourself. You deserve it. Your business deserves it. And Michelle will help you take your biz to the next level. I'm not even kidding. I'm such a skeptic. And she has really helped me, I think, become a better leader and a better salesperson in just 2 weeks that I've been, 2-3 weeks that I've been working with her. So
she's been stalking me for a while. She's been learning by osmosis
for a long time.
That's kind of fun working with me too, huh?
Free webinars. I decided to sign up.
Like, just get off the fence. The free seminars are fun, but then we got the coaching, then we got some fun.
She really literally did have to say that, like, okay, well, whenever you're ready to get off the fence, I'm right here. You should probably do it soon because I have a special. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just do it.
You're so cute. All right. Anybody else that just has an aha moment they're dying to share with me? We usually get the ball rolling and then people's like brains, like the juices start flowing. Anybody else? No? Okay, cool. All right, so I hope you all have some really good ideas for yourself and your team. I hope you all are very excited for 2016, and I really hope you set bigger goals than you ever have before. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about what I offer. What Jess was just, I swear, I didn't even know she was on the call, so I didn't prompt her to do that. So thank you, Jess. But I have some programs that work, okay? And we have been doing these for a while now, and it is amazing how much more money, how much more focus, how much more excitement, how much just cool things that happen when you invest in yourself, okay? Now, how many of you spent like $100 on your kit-ish? Anybody spend about $100 on their kit? Okay, so that is something that, $100 is like, yeah, we invested that in ourselves before. So let me tell you a little bit about what I have to offer, and it's so much fun. So I'm going to do a quick little screen share with you, okay? Now, I want you to think about yourself, and if you feel like you fit into this place in your life. Do you currently post on Facebook, and you're like, I'm really consistent about this Facebook posting thing, but I'm just not quite getting the interaction that I want, okay? Do you feel like you're working your business consistently, but you're like, man, the dollars per hour just aren't quite matching, okay? Do you feel like you have customers, but you're like, it'd be a lot more fun if they were buying more per person? Would you love to know some ways to do virtual parties that get more engagement? And are you trying to build a team and you're like, why don't I understand them? Why aren't I keeping them all motivated? Okay. If you answered yes to some of those questions, this is a really, really good fit for you. All right. So this is my website. It's creativesuccesssystems.com. Here's me. Okay. And you go to this thing, it's called Create Success Series. And you go down here to the bottom, and let me tell you what I have to offer. It's so much fun. So we have recorded videos on all the stuff we've been talking about today, goal setting, mindset. I have a lot more stuff. I have one on overcoming fears. I have one on staying focused on what you want. I have goal setting activities. There's one for every single month that you can do with your team. I really believe in putting your goals on like water bottles and keychains and all sorts of other fun things we haven't even touched on today. That's just the mindset. If you haven't taken a class with me and know how incredible my questioning works and how you go from selling $30 to $50 per person to $100 to $150 per person, if you want to go watch a video before you sign up with me, there's free ones on my website. I'll even show you where they're at. So look, you just go over here, you go over here to free classes. There's a whole bunch of free classes you can go watch if you want to know what else I teach, okay? So my questioning is amazing, and it doubles people's sales per person all the time, and it's really, really effective. So we have videos on sales. We have videos on recruiting. and we have videos on booths and expos. We have videos on texting and messaging. How many of you are using a lot of messaging and texting versus getting on the phone to do your follow-up, your sales, your bookings, your recruiting leads, okay? I have amazing tips. I swear to you, they work. On texting and messaging. Have you messaged and have people not even respond? Like, don't even act like you even messaged them? Or do you get a conversation going and it dies and you're like, where did they go? Are they annoyed? What happened? Okay, I address all those issues and I have really phenomenal ideas to overcome that stuff. That's all in these recorded videos. And then once a week, we have a mastermind group, and it's just like this group here, but much smaller. We meet on Zoom, and you get to pick my brain and go, okay, this is what I'm working on this week, or this is where I'm getting stuck, or I've got this far with the questions. Now what do I ask? And you get to meet with me once a week on a mastermind group. We also have a really, really fun Facebook group that is so cool, and they're really, really supportive of each other. You have amazing support that can blow up your business in a really, really short amount of time, okay? It is so much fun. Seriously, ladies, if you want to take your business, so even my friend Jamie up here, okay, she wants to go $2,000. Think about that. $100 out of $2,000. Jamie, what if we helped you make $3,000 next month instead of $2,000 and you spent only $100 to do that? Would that be worth it? Okay. What I do for you is an investment. It's not an expense. Okay. Because if you do the things that I teach you to do, you will make more money. My goal is always that you make 10 for every dollar you spend with me. I don't have control over that, but that's always my personal goal. I want to help you take this to the next level. And when you get on the mastermind calls, when you watch the videos every week, you do amazing things with your businesses. I have seen people that are doing on average 2,000 in sales in a month go to 6,500 in sales. We have doubled and tripled people's sales all the time. We've seen people grow their businesses huge because they get their teams doing the same things with them. It is powerful. It is so much fun. Now, there's a couple specials I have to go along with this to get you going. So that's $100 a month, and you saw where to sign up. And you should have gotten an email already that has the link for you. Now, these are the two cool specials. If you sign up before the end of the year, which you have about 48 hours, not quite that many, by January or by December 31st, by midnight, you get $25 off your first month. Okay, so you can start for $75 if you sign up by, Thursday night instead. Okay, so you have 2.5 days to take that $25 off your first month. The other thing that you get, now who's been on my calls with the stuff about questions? Who's done that with me? Anybody been on the questions? Okay, I have a really, really cool resource for you, because some people are like, where on earth do I come up with the questions? I don't know where I'm supposed to find these questions or how I'm supposed to write them. So I do this really cool resource that I'll show you what it is. But I write 140 questions for you to use during the month. And we put that on a website, and usually that costs $20 to sign up and then $7 a month. And I'm going to give you 6 months of that for free when you get signed up. Now, you still get that even if you sign up as of January 9th. You just don't get the $25 off. So I'm going to show you that website and what it looks like. I just have to find it. Hang on 2 seconds here. So while I'm looking for that, I would be happy to answer any questions about the program or answer any questions about that you might have about goal setting, like for yourself or for your team. Anybody have any questions? Go for it. I heard someone.
Hey, Michelle, I need to get off of here, but I just would like to tell people I've been with Michelle for a couple months now, And I have been able to focus, and I have a big team, guys, but it doesn't matter, you know, like if you're in Unique, you understand your circle starts to disappear. But what she has helped me do is to focus, to be a much better leader, and to help my people, help identify what my people need from me. And that has been a huge thing for me. I don't waste my time anymore. My leadership time is a lot more focused. And like I said, I just wanted to tell you, it is the best money I have spent since I started Unique a year and a half ago. And like I said, I got to go, but I just wanted to say it is well worth it. Even if you start baby steps and move your way up, just leap in. The one thing that Ruth and I love about her system is you don't have that icky feeling of trying to sell to your friends anymore. Okay, that is a huge thing about this system. You only attract the people that really are interested in your products and interested in talking to you. So that, if that is one of your concerns, that's what I love about this program. Okay, I'm off.
Thank you. That's so much. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to answer some of the questions that you post down here. Beth, take care of yourself. She just had surgery, so we're sending her lots of well wishes. Getting better vibes. Okay, so a couple different questions. Actually, I do have a program that's less than $100. I'm going to show you this website really quick with the questions, and I'm going to show you that other option. The other question that I got was that how many months? There's a requirement of 3 months because you can only take in so much. I have stuff on sales, on recruiting, on team building. Okay, like if you will stay with me a minimum of 3 months, we can definitely do a lot more. And so that's what I say. You have to stay with me 3 months because it's in your best interest. You make the $100 back so fast, you're always glad to stay around. It's not ever an issue. It just feels like it when you just are like, well, I don't know if it's going to work for me. Like your normal thinking that, okay? But this works. It really, really works, okay? All right, so let me go back to screen share and let's see. Is there questions I didn't get answered? Let's see here. Okay, so let me do a screen share and show you this other option that's actually only $25 a month and tell you what the difference is. Okay, so hang in here with me. Everybody ready? Okay, so this is the website. You can even just sign up for this if you want, but it has all these fun questions. There's seasonal questions, and I change this out on the 5th of every month. So if you signed up now, you'd have the questions for right now, and then you'd have the ones on the 5th for January. And there's all these different types of companies. So there's like skincare and makeup and kids products and cleaning and relationships and home decor and organizing. And some of these, like when you start reading them, you'll be like, oh, I can see how that would fit with my company. So like Unique, the fashion accessories, the makeup, the spa, like you will find lots of questions in lots of different areas for each one of the companies that you're with. So this is something that you get for free for 6 months when you sign up by the 9th. If you sign up by the end of the year on the 31st, you get the $25 off the first month. Okay, so the other option for you, let me find it. So you don't get any coaching with this program. You get the videos for the mindset, you get the videos for the sales, and you get the videos for the texting and the messaging. So let me show you what the other option is. If you go down here, and it's a great place to start, because if you just get a little extra help and you get your sales up, then you might want to come and get the coaching the next month. So this $25 level right here, okay? It's $25 and you get half of, these are the only videos you need if you're only making $100 a month right now, okay? Your mindset, your sales, and your texting. And you can watch them over and over again. And you can definitely go sign up for that and get started there. It's a great option, okay? I can tell you coaching will move you faster, okay? It just will. But if that is not where you're at and you love the independence and if you've learned well from videos, there's also a lot of PDFs and like papers, things that you can read. So if you're more that kind of learner, there's that there too, okay? So the $25 video set, it doesn't have the recruiting and that kind of thing. Because if you're recruiting, you're making enough money, like come get some coaching. Let's like blow you out of the water. But if you're just getting your feet wet, trying to get some consistency, a little bit newer, it is a fabulous place to start. And when you sign up for that, I forgot to put that in the email, but I have an ebook for the first 3 months. I have a whole bunch of questions for you that you can use in this ebook that is coming out this week. It's for questions for January through the end of March, and they're really, really fun questions. You can use those on your Facebook wall, okay? Does that answer your question? I'm trying to remember who asked me if there's a cheaper option. Sorry, I have a really hard time reading and talking at the same time. Not my strength. What's included when you sign up, Miss Karen? Okay, so you get on the $100 program or the $25 program? 100. Okay, so there are tons and tons of videos. Okay, there's the mindset, which is like the goals and the focus on what you want. There is the sales, and the sales includes things like parties, repeat business, brand new business, phone skills, all those kind of things. Then you have texting and messaging. There's 4 videos on that. There are videos on booths and expos, and there's videos, I'm forgetting one, recruiting and getting new team members started, or people that don't know anything about like Post-it notes and bucket lists and those kind of things, okay? So you've got all those different kinds of videos. Then once a week, just like we're doing here, but it's a much smaller group. There's not 100 people on there. A much smaller group, you get a mastermind group, and you get to ask me a question or two and go, this is what I'm working on. Or this person's thinking about recruiting and they're sitting on the fence. Is there anything else I can ask them? Or I got a booth going. Can you help me put my drawings up? I have really cool things. Does anybody here do booths or expos? I have awesome, like turn your business around tips on that, okay? All those kind of programs, you get the mastermind group, and then you get the Facebook group that you have access to 24/7. Obviously, the videos you have access to 24/7. You can message me up to twice on Facebook and ask me questions during the week. Does that answer your question? Was it Karen that asked me that? It's a 3-month commitment, and then when you want to stop, you just give me a 14-day notice when you stop your subscription. Awesome. Karen, did you get that email? So you can just go hit and sign up, and you got the promotional code. Okay, there's a promotional code in there. It says blow up 2016 to take the $25 off. Okay, now if you have a really big team could be anywhere. It kind of depends on how active they are, anywhere from 75 to 500. There's one more level up from that has some really cool scripts to talk to people and find out more about them and what they need. That's a $150 level. You can also take $25 off of that if you want to go a little bit more of that if you have a bigger team. So that's another place to start. Okay. What questions do you have? Who's excited? Who is like crazy excited about 2016? Awesome. I am so excited about 2016. So excited. Hey, Sarah with Lemongrass. Are we friends on Facebook? Sarah with Lemongrass. Are we friends on Facebook?
Me, I'm with Jamberry, but yes, we are.
Jamberry, what's wrong with me? Jamberry.
Okay. I was distracted by my children. So yes, we are.
We are friends. Can you go message me? Because I need to ask you something, okay?
Yeah. Yep, I got it.
I just can't see your last name, or I would go find you. But I'm 1,000 Sarahs at least. Okay.
I have kids in the room, so I'm very distracted right now.
No problem whatsoever. Okay, go message me on Facebook. Okay. I need to ask you something. Okay, any other questions, aha moments, Just your crazy excited goals for the year? Anything else I can help you with? Okay, so there's another one of these classes tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We have lots of people signed up, so don't come join it again. You'll get the recording. But if you have team members, sidelines, uplines, friends that sell something else, send them to the webinar, okay? Get them on tomorrow night. If you sell unique, there's one tonight. We're calling it the Power of the Purple Post-it, Power of the Purple Sticky. Anyway, Marty Milling will be joining me, and she'll tell you how she got to purple with less than 200 people. If you're unique, you know what that means and why it's really cool. That one's getting really full. We have like 350 people signed up, and it only holds 100 people, so that's going to be fun. Okay. All right. What else can I do for you? Anything else? All right. You are amazing. You can do bigger things than you think you can, okay? Set your goals high. Have fun. Ask for what you want. Remember that scripture, ask and you shall receive. You don't get it if you don't ask for it, okay? Put it down and watch the miracles come. Use your Post-it note. Send me a picture of your goals, okay? All right, you guys are amazing. Thank you for joining me. I so appreciate you taking your time out this afternoon to join me. And I hope you have an amazing new year, and a whole bunch of you come work with me because I want to help you take your business to the next level. All right?